This is TWiT.
Hi.
Thanks for hanging on. What can I do for you?
My dad always listens to you on the radio, so I just wanted to say he just told me to ask you a question that I have.
Okay.
I'm traveling overseas in the summer, and I'm looking for an international cell phone plan.
Yeah. So tell me a couple of things. Oh, yeah. My daughter's overseas right now. She's in Budapest. She's going to Prague after this. She just got back from Israel. Where are you going, and how long are you going for?
Well, I'm actually going to Israel also, and I'm going to Europe.
Okay. For how long?
For a month.
For a month. So multiple countries in Europe.
Amsterdam, Italy, and France.
Oh, how fun. Are you excited?
Very.
Oh, man. Trip of a lifetime.
Yeah. Just graduated, so.
They used to call this the grand tour, and every well-educated person was supposed to go in between high school and college on your grand tour. This is your grand tour. How exciting.
Yes, very.
So there's a couple of things. There's three things that you do with a smartphone. Phone calls is one, obviously. Text messaging is another. And data is the third, the ability to surf the web, or more importantly, as you travel, get maps and locations and directions and that kind of thing. Maybe make restaurant reservations or hotel reservations, that kind of thing. Stay in touch. So I think a smartphone is a really valuable device for travel, and I'm sure your dad, just as I made sure my daughter had a good phone and was able to stay in touch because I want to make sure she's okay.
Yeah.
So who's your cell phone provider right now?
Verizon.
Unfortunately, not the best for international travel for two reasons. One, many Verizon phones don't work well overseas because they use technology that is usually only used in America called CDMA. I mean, you need a GSM phone. So that's problem number one. But many Verizon phones these days, like I bet you have an iPhone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
You're in good luck because the iPhone from Verizon is international. The other thing is Verizon's international plans are pricey. Now, this has changed a lot because T-Mobile kind of kicked this all off by saying, you know what, we're not going to charge you for international data, and we're not going to charge you for international texting, and we're only going to charge you 20 cents a minute for international calling, so there. And when T-Mobile did that, Sprint said, oh, we could do that, and then AT&T said, okay, and then Verizon too. All of them have lowered the cost of international data. Data is the thing that will really eat you alive. You're not going to make a lot of calls. Texting, if you start sending a lot of texts, I bet you text a lot, right? Because your generation, yeah. Texting could add up if you had to pay per text. So one solution is to get a phone from T-Mobile. But now your phone will work on T-Mobile. Here's the good news. Verizon with iPhones doesn't lock. You know you have that thing in there called the SIM card, a little chip that's in the phone. Do you know about that?
On the side.
Yeah, on the side. You could pop it out. So that chip is the phone's personality. It's your phone number. It says what network you're on. A Verizon phone is essentially unlocked on the SIM card. So that means you could pop it out. One option you'd have is to go to T-Mobile and get a SIM just for that month. Another option you'd have is when you get to Europe to replace the SIM in your phone with a local SIM. The nice thing about Europe, all the countries you're in, they have roaming agreements that means you buy one chip, say is probably Holland's your first stop, right? In Amsterdam?
Paris.
Paris. Oh, have you ever been to Paris?
No.
Oh. You're going with a group?
I'm going with a couple of my friends.
Oh, you're going to the greatest city in the world. You're going to love it so much. Oh, I'm so jealous. It's a very romantic city. It's a beautiful city. When you get to the airport, you can usually go to, there'll be little booths there, sometimes it's vending machines, and get a French SIM card that has French data and will let you inexpensively get unlimited data for the month in France, Italy, and Holland. But it has one downside. It will change your phone number. You'll suddenly have an international phone number. Your old Verizon phone number is no longer functional once you take that SIM card out of the iPhone. So that is another option for you. I've got a third option that I really like, and this is what I did with my daughter. She has a T-Mobile phone, so I wasn't too worried about phone calls. They're not expensive. Texting, it's unlimited international. I wasn't worried about that. But data isn't very fast on T-Mobile internationally. So I got her a little I call them MiFis. It's a little Wi-Fi dongle that uses international LTE and 4G for its connection, and then you join it with your phone via Wi-Fi. So you don't have to change your phone number. You get unlimited data. You get it fairly cheaply. Now, what I have may be more than your dad wants to spend or you want to spend, but I'm going to tell you about it anyway. This is what Abby brought with her. My daughter brought with her. It is it's a kind of an orange puck, about the size of a hockey puck, for international data. And what's it called now? I'm just drew a blank on the name of it. Chat room will tell me. But you buy this thing. It's
to your phone.
It only via Wi-Fi. You can keep it in your purse or pocket, and then it's Wi-Fi to your phone. Now this is key. You turn off international data, or actually, what it'll say on your iPhone is data roaming. Turn that off, because data roaming lets you use the French cell phone network. You don't want to do that. That will be a lot of money. So you turn off data roaming on your phone. You join this puck, the Wi-Fi in the puck, and then as you wander around, it gets roaming, but you don't have to pay for it. You pay $8 a day or $99 for the month, and you have unlimited data on that thing. And better yet, your 3 friends can share it with you. So get them all to chip in on it, and then you'll be in great shape because you'll have. It's called the Skyroam, and I thank Tony in the chat room for reminding me. Thank you, Tony. I couldn't remember. Skyroam.com. And it'll work in all 3 of those countries. You'll buy it, or you can rent it, and you could split that cost among your friends, and then you pay $99 for a month of unlimited data. Again, split that with your friends, because up to 5 people can use it at the same time. And then you'll still have your phone number. Texting, you should contact Verizon and see if you can get an international texting plan, because that'll save you money. But if you do you use WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger, or you probably use Apple? Yeah, and Apple Messages. Those all use data. So you won't have to worry if you're using WhatsApp. That'll be using the Skyroam, not your cell phone. So you'll still be able to message with all your friends. You can Snapchat. All that stuff is data.
Can you call from the Wi-Fi? Because I know WhatsApp.
You can if you use WhatsApp to do it, or Google's Hangouts, or one of the Skype. Yeah, then you can call as well.
Okay.
And your phone supports Wi-Fi calling, so you probably be able to do that very easily. Actually, though, wait a minute. That will use minutes, and those minutes will be charged at the international rate. So it's certainly, before you go, call Verizon and just make sure that you understand what the rules are and what it's going to cost you. And they do have international plans, but their international data plan is expensive, and you don't get much data. So you'd be much better off using something like a Skyroam. Or when you get to Paris, they offer devices, same thing, there. And then you can all share it. Leo Laporte, the tech guy. So when you get to Paris, I had to take a break there for the commercial. When you get to Paris, you and your buddies can chip in on a rental. They'll have it at the airport. It's the same thing. The only nice thing about having the Skyroam is you've already got it. It's all set up. You know how it works, and you're ready to go. But if you're willing to take a little chance, and you're taking a big chance, this is an adventure, isn't it? If you're a little bit of an adventure, when you get to Paris, you can get a device that will be like the Skyroam. It'll be cheaper, that you'll just use in Europe, and you and your friends can split it 3 ways. That way you won't have too much expense. What I would recommend, there is a very good website that'll tell you about this. If you Google prepaid with data, it's a prepaid with data. It's a wiki that everybody who travels puts the information up there about how to solve this exact problem.
Got it.
And they will tell you what you can get in France that will work in all the countries you're going to visit, how much it'll cost. They will say, this one's better than that one, all of that. So you're looking at, I think they call it mobile internet. What do they call it? You want, it's like a MiFi. They call them MiFis, mobile hotspots. That's what you want. So you can read about mobile hotspots. And you can rent one there at the airport that you give back when you fly out of you're going to probably fly out of Italy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could give back then.
Okay.
Hey, you're going to have a great time. When do you leave?
July 23rd.
Soon.
Yeah.
Are you excited? 1 month.
Very.
Oh, the best trip ever. And you know what? Dad, congratulations, Dad, because that's a brave thing to do. Like, put your daughter on a plane and say, bye-bye, have fun. I'll see you in a month. Ah.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I did that. Abby is quite the traveler. So the first time I did that, she was a junior in high school. She went to France for a year. Man, was I...
With school?
Yeah, she went to high school in France for a year. I was crying when she left.
Oh, wow.
I know.
I don't think I could do that.
No, don't. You break your father's heart. So you going to college in the fall or what?
I actually just graduated from UCLA.
Oh, you graduated from college. Yeah, that's when actually...
Yeah, college.
That's when you're supposed to do the grand tour, is after you graduate from college. Good for you. So you're coming back and getting a job is what you're doing.
Yeah. Hopefully in the medical field.
Nice. Do you want to go to medical school?
Physician assistant.
Very nice. Good.
Yeah.
Hey, have a wonderful trip.
Thank you. Thank you for all your help.
Oh, you're welcome. Have fun.
Thank you.
Bye, Sarah.
Bye.
Yeah, Abby went to Israel. Then she flew to Budapest. I think she's in Budapest right now. Then she goes to Prague. And then she comes home. She's with a friend. And I gave her my SkyRoam. Thank you, Tony, for... I don't know why I couldn't remember that. I gave her my SkyRoam. And I paid for a month of unlimited data. The SkyRoam worked great. We took it with us to Japan. It worked great. And we're going to take it... Our next trip, we go to 5 different European countries, including Morocco. So we're going to Spain, Portugal, Italy, France, Malta, and Morocco. And this will be an interesting test. And Monaco, 6. Monaco, it doesn't really matter because Monaco's literally only a square mile. But for some reason, Google Fi does not give you free service in Monaco. But you're practically in France, so it wasn't a big deal.